Hello everyone, thank you for joining us once again on the channel. We'd like to say a very big welcome to you all. If you are joining us for the very first time, please do well to like, share and subscribe to our channel. To all of our existing subscribers, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up on our posts as they come your way. Thank you and God bless you. On today's report, alleged graft, treason, Tinubu, Atiku seek each other's arrest and disqualification. Now, the intrigues trailing the race for the presidency assumed a dangerous twist yesterday as the presidential candidate of the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and his People's Democratic Party counterpart, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, called for the arrest and disqualification of each other over allegations of graft. Tinubu threw the first punch when he asked security agencies in the country to invite, arrest, interrogate and prosecute Alhaji Atiku Abubakar over what he described as Atiku Gate. Now, citing a video clip made by one Michael Achimogun, said to be a former aide of the PDP standard bearer, Tinubu said Atiku had vice president between 1999 and 2007, colluded with his then boss, President Olusegun Obasanjo, to operate an illegal account tagged Special Purpose Vehicles (SPVs). Now, he accused the PDP-led administration between 1999 and 2007 of running a criminal enterprise, describing the era as the SPV years. Responding in kind, Atiku and the PDP described Tinubu as a convict who should not be in the presidential race, adding that Tinubu's alleged $460,000 drug money forfeiture was evidence of a crime. Now, the Minister of State, Labour and Employment and the chief spokesman of the APC Presidential Campaign Council (PCC), Mr. Festus Keyamo San, had forwarded a petition to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission (the ICPC), and the Code of Conduct Bureau (the CCB), seeking the arrest and prosecution of Atiku. In the petition filed as a concerned Nigerian, Keyamo gave a 72-hour ultimatum to the anti-graft agencies to arrest or invite, interrogate and prosecute one Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, failing which he said it would approach the court to compel the agencies to act. Noting that Atiku does not enjoy immunity simply because he is a presidential candidate, the APC candidate asked the former vice president to apologize and renounce his ambition. He, however, said he would in the coming days approach the court to seek Atiku's disqualification from the presidential race. According to him, Atiku is not God and does not enjoy immunity from criminal prosecution, and urged security agencies not to be reluctant in arresting him simply because he is vying for president. He said former Plateau State Governor Joshua Dareya was jailed for the offenses of paying state money into a company, Marine Float, linked to Atiku, insisting that the former vice president must be arrested. Tinubu spoke in Abuja at the PCC headquarters in Abuja yesterday through the full complement of his media directorate. Now, while the text of a prepared speech was read by Keyamo, he was flanked by the Special Advisor, Media Communications and Public Affairs at the PCC, Mr. Dele Alake, the Director Media and Publicity, Mr. Bayo Onanuga, Director Special Media Projects and New Projects, Mr. Femi Fani-Kayode, and the Director, the Strategic Communications, Alhaji Idris Mohammed. The PCC queried the sources of wealth of both Obasanjo and Atiku, especially with regards to building their individual private universities. On whether former President Obasanjo should equally be arrested, the PCC said that the onus was on the security agencies to open investigations into the issue and arrest anyone found wanting, no matter how highly placed. Now, while the council played a 2-minute recorded voice call purported to be a conversation between Messrs. Tinubu and Atiku, it listed 4 offenses allegedly committed by the former vice president. The alleged offenses are a breach of the Code of Conduct Act, money laundering, criminal breach of trust, and conspiracy. Now, according to the PCC, Atiku may have gone against the provisions of Section 5, 10, 13, and 17 of the Code of Conduct Bureau and Tribunal Act, Section 18.2 of the Money Laundering Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022, and Section 311 of the Penal Code Law and Section 96/1 of the Penal Code Act in Nigeria. Now, the council noted that law enforcement agencies may be reluctant to act simply because of the perception of the persecution of a presidential candidate that the action may evoke. However, it said facts are sacred and that the facts so far presented to the world clearly indicate that Atiku Abubakar has a case to answer. In other climes, when such serious allegations arose in the middle of campaigns, the law enforcement agencies acted decisively. You may recall that in 2016, in the middle of campaigns for the exalted office of the presidency of the United States, the FBI opened investigations into allegations of misuse of private emails against Hillary Clinton when she was the Secretary of State. In fact, the case was referred to the Justice Department for likely prosecution few weeks to the actual voting. Though she was later cleared, it bears restating that a sane and dispassionate system never allowed such side talks to dissuade or distract them from initiating a process of investigation. It is the minimum expected in a constitutional democracy. That is what we call on the authorities to do in the case of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Now, the issue of the Marine Float account is not new to Nigerians. In the voice note, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar can be heard boasting that the issue of that account was thoroughly investigated by the EFCC. However, we know that in 2006, at the height of his public quarrel with Obasanjo, the same PDP officially asked Atiku Abubakar to refund the 500 million naira taken from that account. Now, in the circumstances, the nation now knows that the Marine Float account and other similar accounts were SPV accounts. It follows that all payments made into that account were money stolen from public coffers. Therefore, we call on all security agencies to recover all monies withdrawn from that account by anyone for that matter. Now, in the light of these very grave revelations, we call on Atiku Abubakar to immediately tender an unreserved apology to the Nigerian people and step down from the presidential race forthwith, whilst handing himself over to the law enforcement agencies. Following these revelations, it becomes clear that Atiku Abubakar has absolutely nothing to campaign on again, as the period of 1999 to 2007 that he always relies on can now be described by Nigerians as the SPV years when they ran Nigeria aground. Well, that is it on the details of today's report. Until we'll come your way next time with more news happenings, please do well to stay safe. Bye-bye.